We all need a hero, someone to inspire us, to point us in the right direction, to support us as we take our first steps down the path of our lives. For the young Pablo Ortega, it was his father Pacoy that instilled in him a passion for public service.
When I embarked on this journey to serve as mayor of our beloved city, I knew it would be the greatest challenge of my life. But in my heart and in my mind, I knew I would not fail. I could not fail. With the hopes and dreams of the people of San Fernando squarely on my shoulders, for a city that could give them a better life and a prosperous future. I could already envision the challenges, but I also knew that if I kept to the path I had planned, I would do well by the city and serve its people with integrity and purpose. Throughout 3 terms, I followed the same simple formula: continuity and innovation. My way as mayor saw a continuation of the able leadership of former mayor, my Manang Mary Jane, before mine. We wanted to make sure that the worthwhile accomplishments and achievements, as well as plans and programs that were already in place, would continue to benefit the people of the city. At the same time, as this voyage continued, there were many ideas and ways of doing things that I wanted to bring to the city that would make San Fernando even better. Whether through continuity or innovation, our focus was always on the 4 key sectors that were the drivers of our public service delivery: governance, bankability, livability, and competitiveness. These 4 critical areas would serve as the pillars that would be the foundation for our administration. At the start of my first term, the city's vision was to become the botanical garden city of the North. We continued to pursue the objectives of the past administration, which would become key policy focus points throughout my 9 years in office. We continued the city's trust to have governance in harmony in nature. Protecting the environment has always been a priority policy and was a natural point of transition for our new administration and would be a key focus area for our governance sector. We also continued to expand our tax base and revenues. We saw us achieve the maximum increase of 2%. We also planned for ISO certification in finance management, which bridged the efforts of both administrations towards standardization and would bolster our city's bankability. This would pave the way for further certification in international standards now vital to city operations, starting with integrated and quality management as well as environmental management systems. The Botanical Gardens City Master Plan of 2010 would pave the way for a city development strategy, which would become an enabling platform for good governance, which in turn would become the foundation for our globally recognized performance governance system, started in 2004 and a driver for the city's competitiveness. We pursued existing efforts to improve client appreciation and satisfaction, culminating in the publication and distribution of the Citizens Charter to all households in the city. This would help to enhance the city's livability and continues to be a priority today. As we strive to deliver the best possible public service for the people of San Fernando. The Citizens Charter Edition 2 shall be out before my term ends. Our efforts to ensure continuity made for a smooth transition of administrations and help make my first term highly successful with awards such as Cleanest, Greenest, and Safest City in the region and Most Competitive Small-Sized City, as well as Most Business-Friendly City. We were also the best LGU city in Region 1 for LGPMS. Among the best practice programs, we had the wastewater treatment facility for the city public market and the USAID Rotary SFC Septage Management Project, representative of our environmental focus. In 2011, the city saw a shift in strategy and we developed a new vision to be the prime capital city in Ilocania. In order to capture a more complete and comprehensive slice of the needs of the city, and more we began to explore new ways to improve our city. We wanted to make it a highly livable city with empowered citizens and leaders, and an environmentally sensitive urban center that is fiscally resilient. Our annual LDAC targeting session set reviews and updates for critical governance programs, such as the Comprehensive Land Use Program, and so CLUP zoning workshops were conducted during the year. In terms of awards in the governance sector, we received the seal of Good Housekeeping, ranking first in Region 1 and were nominated as a national awardee. For livability, we targeted the rehabilitation of our lying-in clinics, which saw the initial repair and construction of Barangay Poro facility. The city also won us among the best LGU for coastal resource management in Region 1. The improvement of the slaughterhouse and the rehabilitation of the CSF shopping mall second floor were accomplishments in the competitiveness sector, which also saw San Fernando as a national finalist in the most business-friendly small-sized city by the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industries. The bankability sector saw the formulation of the Revenue Enhancement and Mobilization Plan, as well as the amendment of the business taxes article in the Local Revenue Code. We had now identified the priority areas that were strategically essential to the city becoming a top LGU in the north and could exert more focus to enhance them. In 2012, we revived our performance governance system implementation in partnership with the Institute for Solidarity in Asia, another element of continuity. With the help of ISA, we made adjustments to refocus our strategy, and our vision was now to become the premier capital city in Ilocania. We determined that to be the best city in the north, we needed to focus on enhancing the quality of education in the city, attracting large investments, and increasing real property tax revenues. Education is close to my heart. Our children are the future of our city. During the time of former Mayor Mary Jane, the city was among the best performers in the region in the National Achievement Test. We wanted to emulate that success, so we targeted a 10% increase in the city's NAT scores. To do this, we provided our students and teachers with all-out support, giving them the best possible chance to succeed. Our initiative, Schools for Children, Schools for Coaches was put into effect. We funded NAT review sessions, complete with NAT reviewers as well as allowances to help our children commute to school and with their meals. Teachers also receive an honorarium. We also provided medical checkups and nutritional supplements to make sure our children were in the best of health. We also had counseling sessions for the parents. To help their children, we gave incentives to schools that performed well. The NAT results showed that we succeeded in raising scores for all 3 grade levels. While we fell short of our target for the city, our first effort proved that hard work and focus could make a difference in the education and lives of our city's children. I have no doubt the seeds we have planted will spread and blossom as our children grow up and become men and women. We will realize a brighter future for our city, but we still have much work to do. We also wanted to continue the city's focus on revenue generation. Our real property tax administration and management project was created to drive efforts to enhance our real property tax collections. In 2007, our gross real property tax collections totaled 36.6 million. Since then, we have implemented programs which have succeeded in more than doubling our collections to 76 million by 2014. To add to our city revenues, we also developed the Eco Negosyo Initiative, which would address the profitability of our economic enterprises, including the market, slaughterhouse, and cemetery. Our program saw the establishment of our local economic development office and succeeded to help 2 of our city-owned enterprises gain positive income. One of my priorities has always been peace and order in our city. Oplan Ornos Talged Kentalna was put together to ensure our city streets are safe and secure. I wanted our city as a walkable city that was crime-free, with roads and sidewalks that our citizens would be able to use without worry. Our initiative also laid the foundation for the creation of our Office for Public Safety. Another important area that I wanted to see greatly develop was information and communications technology. I understood that the country is 30 years behind technological advances that were happening all around us, and that we needed not just to catch with that rapid worldwide growth, but be an innovator and trailblazer. We helped to establish the City ICT Council, where we have been a proactive member. The establishment of our ISSP and the ICT policy were key to establishing ICT as a priority area. We are now well into the computerization and automation of our city operations and are now nationally and globally recognized for our ICT programs. We just recently hosted the first City ICT Summit, the first of its kind in Northern Luzon, with guests and speakers not just from across the country, but even international presenters from the world e-government organizations. We will not only catch up in ICT, we will lead the way. During this time, we also had developed our barangay information system as a priority program. We would bring our focus on technology to the barangay level, capturing vital data and information needed for the city to be responsive and best prepared to help growth and progress reach our citizens in the barangays. Among the recognitions we received were also in ICT. winning first place in e-government empowerment at the National eGov Awards. We also received a national award for our ISO Quality Management Systems certification. We were also recertified for ISO QMS as well as Environmental Management Systems, and were certified for ISO Occupational Health and Safety Management Systems, making us the first and only LGU in the nation to be fully certified for 3 ISO standards in quality, environment, and now health and safety management. Our trust in environmental management was also given emphasis and recognition. A comprehensive waste analysis and characterization study was conducted in the city. The ordinance establishing a marine protected area in Lingsat was enacted. We partnered with Chevron Caltex to help manage the Poro Marine Protected Area. We also conducted a biodiversity and habitat assessment. We were awarded as the most outstanding LGU coastal management implementer and as the best performer in implementing solid waste management. The city was also first runner-up as cleanest, safest, and greenest LGU. We also won as LGU Scorecard Champion of the Department of Health, which would be a timely sign indicating the next phase in our city development strategy. In 2014, we shifted our strategy to bring even greater focus on the well-being of the citizens of our city. Our new vision is to be the center for health and wellness in Northern Luzon. To do this, we must achieve 2 city breakthroughs. The first is to institutionalize a culture of health and wellness among our residents. We must bring our holistic brand of health and wellness to each and every barangay in the city. The second breakthrough is to position our city as an ideal business location for health and wellness enterprises. We want to provide the best possible policy and physical environment to attract health and wellness related business and investors to locate in the city. To achieve our first breakthrough, our barangays must become model health and wellness barangays, which means their health facilities must be upgraded. They must operate a profitable income-generating project together with a private sector partner, and they must be ISO certified in environmental and health and safety management. I am very happy to report that we now have 12 model health and wellness barangays meeting our target for 2015. The residents of these barangays now enjoy an upgraded barangay health and wellness facility, complete with a full stock of medicines and up-to-date equipment, as well as health and wellness volunteers with enhanced skills and regular visitations from doctors and dentists from the City Health Office. We have brought health and wellness to the doorsteps of our citizens. The income-generating projects address occupational wellness and will be a source of additional funds for the barangay's programs and will help benefit impoverished residents by providing them livelihood and alternative source of income. At the end of 2015, we already had 15 barangays with a public-private partnership business that was making money. ISO certification extends our aspiration to be a world-class city to our barangays. We have already set the bar for ISO certification among local governments in the country, but we aim higher. All 59 barangays in the city are now ESAS certified, bringing the benefits of international standards for environment and health and safety to each barangay in the city, and providing for a clean and green environment and keeping our residents safe. Our second breakthrough is driven by our enhanced Investment Incentives Code, which is currently being reviewed and revised by the re-established Investment Incentives Board. Once done, we hope our incentives will bring in health and wellness investment to the city. Also key to increasing investments will be improving our central business district, as well as our city operations undergoing business process improvement. The first objective is for us to revitalize our central business district. This is the realization of our walkable city we envisioned in my first term. A safe and conducive physical environment will help bring in investors and business locators. We are working with the University of the Philippines Planning and Design Consortium to finalize our walkable CBD master plan, which will serve as the blueprint for the physical rehabilitation of our CBD. We have also worked closely with the City of San Fernando Police Station and operationalized the Office for Public Safety to strengthen the peace and order situation in the city, and statistics show crimes down across the board. All city work units have undergone the Business Process Improvement Module. Frontline services will be streamlined and become more efficient. It will even be easier to do business in our city. Case in point, our business permits and licensing process was reduced from 42 to 3 steps. This even impressed the World Bank, which recognized our effort and featured it in an international campaign for finance management. Our operational accomplishments in the competitive sector include the implementation of the AAA, Ag-Aplikar, Agbayad, Alaem program, which is our streamlined 3-step business registration process. The Local Economic Development Office also went into operations, spearheading lead efforts for the city, and we were a national finalist for the City Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Management Council's Gawad Saka Award. Programs and projects in the livability sector include continuing efforts in environmental protection and management, such as our partnership with the Asian Development Bank for green and integrated wastewater management. We also deployed artificial reefs in the waters of Barangay Pagdarawan and implemented rainwater, spring water harvesting projects in 14 barangays. Our partnership with the City Police Station resulted in the implementation of no less than 9 crime prevention programs. Awards for our livability efforts included highest accomplishment in the region and the top 3 in the country for the National Immunization Program and the Hall of Fame Award for the National Tuberculosis Program. We won awards for excellence in the Kalusugan Pangkalahatan Program and were a finalist in the Champions for Health Governance competition. We were first placed again in the Most Outstanding LGU for Coastal Resource Management and second runner-up for Cleanest, Safest, and Greenest LGU in 2014, and then champion in 2015. The city was also a regional awardee and a national nominee for the Rafael M. Salas Population and Development Awards and received the Seal of Excellence in Population Development. among the best practice programs for the governance sector for the period were our People's Day activity, where we opened the door of the City Hall to our constituents. We also conducted the Barangay Development Strategy 2, continuing the program started in 2004. Teams from the city visited each barangay for 3 days to cascade our strategy and vision, and to immerse themselves in the current reality of the barangay and its residents. We help each barangay develop its own strategic plans and priorities, including identifying its income-generating project. We were also finally able to complete a draft comprehensive land use plan. The governance sector also saw multiple awards, including more ICT recognition, such as Most Promising E-Government Prize for Efficiency for its document tracking system at the World E-Government Awards in Chengdu, China. We also finally completed the Performance Governance System Pathway, being conferred institutionalized by the Institute for Solidarity in Asia. We have completed the 4 stages of the PGS: initiation, compliance, proficiency, and institutionalization. And we are only the 3rd LGU in the country to have done so. Perhaps the crowning achievement for the year, the final award we received in 2015, is also a recognition of our accomplishments in the strategy management. In November of 2015, we were inducted into the Balanced Scorecard Hall of Fame in Boston, Massachusetts, in the United States. The Hall of Fame Award is the highest honor and recognition given to practitioners of the Balanced Scorecard in the entire world. We were among the 10 awardees from among the thousands of international applicants, and we were the only winner from the public sector. I give recognition to those who provided transition for this to happen. To our City Administrator, Anjanet Di Maculangan, leading all our department heads, a heartfelt thank you. With 2015 coming to a close, we have seen yet another banner year for the city. And as my 3rd and final term comes to a close, we can look back and see the many accomplishments and awards our city has achieved. Our governance sector has taken the lead in providing a platform for success. With international level recognition and achievement in information technology, strategy execution, and international standard certification, cutting across all sectors. Our competitiveness sector has succeeded in establishing San Fernando as a business-friendly and nationally competitive city. We continue to build on this success with our efforts in driving investments, ensuring customer satisfaction through efficient business processes. Our livability sector continues to expand on our programs to protect not only our natural environment, but our health and wellness, including physical, intellectual, occupational well-being, as well as the peace and order in the city. The city-sponsored Education Summit and Peace, Order, and Safety Summit are a testament to its prioritization of these areas. We have touched the lives of so many people. In 2003, the poverty incidence in the city of San Fernando was at 14.6%. In 9 years, this has dropped dramatically and was down to 3.8% in 2012, which is among the lowest in the entire country. Our bankability sector has been at the forefront of growing our city's revenues. Our local income has risen from 89.38 million in 2007 to 197.24 million in 2014. Total income has gone from 293 million to 510 million in the same period. At the end of the day, we need funds to fuel the growth and progress of the city, and our financial units have done their job. With world-class processes and standards in place, competitive delivery of public services, continuously improving a conducive and attractive policy and physical environment, and growing financial resiliency and prosperity, our city is in excellent shape. Our city is now better able to provide a higher quality of life for the people of San Fernando. I hope it will continue to do so, even as I bow out as your mayor in less than 6 months. Even as I leave my office, my heart will forever be with the city. And so, it beats in anticipation for the next challenge for the city, which will be for San Fernando to be left in even better hands when the time comes for me to go. Just as continuity was a priority for my administration, so it must be for the new leadership. Experience will be critical to ensure the good work that we have done will endure. An innovative administration is a must to uplift the city and its people to new heights, even greater than that reached during my term. A practiced mind that is both familiar and imaginative, and the same stoutness of heart that loves this city is needed. The new mayor must even be better. This is my last State of the City address, and I am both saddened and glad, happy to see our city succeed and prosper, as it has, and sad as my term ends. But I will never really leave. Even as I move on to new challenges, I will always return home. My heart will always be here. I will always be with all of you. God bless you all. To the very hardworking employees of City Hall, to our department heads, to our Sangguniang Panlunsod, to our multi-sectoral governance council, to our barangay captains and officials, to all our public and private sector partners, my most sincere thanks for your unwavering support this past 9 years. To my family, Monet, Paulo, Luzan, and JB, my grandson, Chase Adler, and my new grandson, Craig Alistair, thank you for being my rock. Thank you for your love, energy, and inspiration. To the people of the city of San Fernando, thank you for trusting and believing in my leadership. In my heart, I know that you will have many more years of success and prosperity. Agyaman kami, Apo.